Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host with the biggest nose, Jay-Z Courtside, coming at you today on Friday, March 20th, TGIF. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal start to their day. Welcome back. Welcome on in, everybody. I would like to just say, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in on this wonderful, frisky Friday. I got a banger episode lined up for y'all today. We're going to be discussing, of course, the custody battle between Luka Doncic and his wife and why he's the greatest player that's ever lived. We're going to be talking about the Lakers. We're going to be talking about the Spurs. We're going to be talking about the Suns. We're going to be talking about a whole lot because there is a lot of news to cover today. This week was hard. I'm not going to lie to anybody. If you guys have been watching this show this week, it's been hard. There's not been much going on. My sweet Prince Cade Cunningham has a popped lung. You guys saw my live reaction to that in yesterday's episode. If you guys did watch that one, I believe it was at the 14-minute, 55-second timestamp. If you guys do want to go see my live reaction to my heart shattering in front of all of you beautiful individuals, I got a banger episode ready for y'all today. And we are also going to finish today's episode off with one of your guys' favorite segment that we used to do around here just a little bit throughout the season, Fact or Cap. I got 4 topics of discussion there, so I hope you guys are excited as I am. I hope to see you guys stick around until the very end of this episode. Podcast listeners, if you guys are watching after the fact, be sure to leave a 5-star rating and review. Yes, I'm talking to you Apple listeners, you Spotify listeners. We're getting more and more Spotify listeners, which is awesome. Hopefully we can get more and more throughout the playoffs as well. Thank you to everybody. Be sure to leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. TikTok and YouTube chat. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow. Hit that like button. It helps y'all. It helps me more than y'all could possibly ever understand. And Twitch chat, you guys already know. You guys got the easiest job in the whole entire world. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, an energy drink, and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with the elephant in the room. Luka Doncic scoring 60 last night. Now, I have another question. And this is the 4th time, I believe, the 4th time I have said this week. So I got to reiterate myself again, ladies and gentlemen. Are the Lakers back? Are the Lakers back? I have to ask this for the 4th time this week. I asked it on Monday over their great weekend. I asked it on Tuesday after their great win against the Rockets. I asked it on yesterday after their great win against, who did they beat yesterday? The Rockets again, I think? The Rockets? Yeah, the Rockets. And now on a scheduled loss. On a scheduled loss in Miami. They landed there at 5 a.m. because now we know these guys' flight schedules for some stupid-ass reason. Are the Lakers back? I said no on Monday. I said no on Tuesday. I said no yesterday. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to come out and say something. I think first and foremost, from here on out, the Lakers need to start the NBA season with Luka Doncic at 15 technical fouls. They need to just start the season with him already having 15 technical fouls. He was complaining to the refs constantly all season long. You guys saw it. I saw it. Everybody saw it. I made a whole documentary explaining why Luka Doncic will not lead the Los Angeles Lakers to an NBA title. And then apparently the whole custody situation and all of that, right? And I have to say something. Now that Luka Doncic is at the 15 technical fouls, if he gets one more, he's suspended for a game, y'all. If he gets one more tech, he's suspended for one game. He's not complaining to the refs right now. Instead, he's just talking shit to the people in the first row. I'm sure you guys have seen it. He is screaming. He is talking shit. He is going crazy talking to the fans instead of the referees. And that's why I think next season they should just start Luka Doncic with 15 techs because he's not yelling at the refs right now. Now, I have to answer this question. Are the Lakers back? And you know what? Today, it's kind of a loaded question. Their defense has been improving. I know everyone says that their defense is horrible, and I'm case number one at saying their defense is horrible. Their defense was horrible all year long. They're all year long. It's been horrible. They're still a bottom 10 defense in the NBA. But they've been playing better. And I didn't realize that Marcus Smart would be this helpful for this team's defensive prowess. And I never thought that I'd say it, but DeAndre Ayton realizing that he's ass, acknowledging his assness at basketball, has made this team level up. Like, it's insane. In case you guys don't know, in their last 10 games, they have a top, I believe, 6 or 7. Sorry, I said the thing. Top 6 defense in their last 10 games. And this is like the perfect time to do it. Now, of course, we know this is Mickey Mouse March. I've been saying it all year. Get ready for Mickey Mouse March. It's when teams have surprise come-ups, players have surprise come-ups. But the thing about this is they're against other contenders right now, not the Miami Heat, but this was a scheduled loss for the Los Angeles Lakers. This should have been a win for Miami. And I'll be honest with everybody, the Lakers did not play good defense yesterday. They played good defense for 12 minutes, and that's all they needed to win this game. Are the Lakers back? No, I don't think they're back. My answer stays true. I don't think that the Lakers are back. But define back, Jay-Z. You need a parameter. What does back mean? Are the Lakers contenders for real? Well, that's a different question. And in my opinion, are they going to make other teams stress out? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. If their defense continues at this pace, I think they're going to make some specific teams stress out. Now, I'd like to just show y'all very, very quickly, because even I don't remember. But if they play in the first round, the Denver Nuggets, they're going to lose in the first round. And my opinion stays true to that. They're going to lose in the first round. They are not going to beat the Denver Nuggets in a 7-game series. They're not. When they beat the Nuggets in overtime, I'm curious, who on the Nuggets? I know they didn't have Peyton Watson. They didn't have Peyton Watson. They didn't have Julian Strawther. And that's it. That's it. Now, that's not to invalidate the Lakers win, because it was still a great, impressive win. I'm being told that the Lakers, the Nuggets don't have an answer for Luka. That's what TikTok said. The Lakers don't have an answer. Sorry, the Nuggets don't have an answer for Luka, and that's fine. The Lakers don't have an answer for Nikola Jokic. So it's like, pick your poison at that point. Who do you think is going to have a better series? I think Jokic will probably have a better series, because I assume they're going to be attacking Luka all series long. Now, that's my main point here. That's my main point, ladies and gentlemen. The Boston Celtics put on display how to beat Luka Doncic in the playoffs, and they embarrassed him. They showed everybody the strat in beating the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic being at their helm. Now, the defense for the Dallas Mavericks of that year, it was much better than the Lakers this year. Much better. In case you guys don't know, that Mavericks squad had a top 10 defensive rating. This Lakers squad has a bottom 10 defensive rating. So do I think that the Lakers can make the series fun? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I think the Lakers are championship contenders? If Luka's playing like this, if he can play like this, yes. Absolutely. But I don't see Luka Doncic scoring 100 points in 2 games of an NBA playoff series. I don't. So I'm excited for the playoffs. I don't know everything. I'm telling you based off of my eyes, based off of my brain, based off of my opinion. Okay? So this is just me talking. If you disagree, that's okay. I know Lakers fans are foaming out of the mouth right now, and that's more than okay. You guys are allowed to be excited about your team. I will never be a person to tell somebody, hey, don't be excited about that really cool thing that's happening. I'm never going to do that. But what I will say is my opinion, my professional opinion. I think the Lakers can make any series fun, but I don't think they're championship contenders unless Luka plays like this, that will be the deciding factor. If Luka can continue playing like this, it's going to be very interesting. I just don't think it's this year. And I think that's okay to say. I don't think Lakers fans should get upset with me. I don't think it's this year. I think they need more defenders. I think they got to figure out what Austin Reeves is doing. But like, this game is just so impressive because it was a scheduled loss. They were not supposed to win this game, and yet they did on the back of Luka Doncic. Again, if you guys disagree, that's more than okay. We're all entitled to our own opinions. I would like to point out this really cool thing that the NBA posted, but Kobe and Luka both hit their 60th point with 14.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's crazy. In case you guys don't know, the last time somebody scored 60 points in a Lakers uniform was Kobe in his final game off of 50 attempts. But they both got their 60th point with 14.8 seconds left in the game, that's sort of insane. Rip Kobe, that's really crazy. That's actually insane. Little small detail that I found very, 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 very cool. Again, I don't think the Lakers are championship contenders, but what I can say is they will make a lot of series fun. They will make a lot of series, and if they can make it, they're not beating the Nuggets in the first round. They're not. I can tell you that confidently. They will not beat the Nuggets in the first round, but if they somehow get, they're going to have the third seed. They will have the third seed on lock. Nobody's going to take that from them. But, well, Timberwolves are only 2 games. So the Lakers got a very easy schedule in comparison. So yeah, man, it could be the Rockets. They'll beat the Rockets in 7. And it could be the Timberwolves. Timberwolves, I would still pick the Timberwolves over the Lakers, to be honest. I would. But I think the Lakers are playing much better than the Timberwolves, right? Actually, no, you know what? No, my opinion's changed, y'all. My opinion's changed. I think the Lakers are better than the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have not been impressive this year. I think the Lakers are better than the Rockets. But no, they're not. Listen, I know the Nuggets have been playing poor, but I don't know. It's so difficult to say. I hope you guys can understand why I'm torn between the Nuggets and the Lakers. The Lakers have been playing far better than the Nuggets have this year, but Nikola Jokic, man, I mean, you virtually have no answer to this team. It's crazy. I don't know. Somebody's telling me in the TikTok, y'all just lost to the Grizzlies. Who's y'all, bro? Who's y'all? I'm a Pistons fan. I'm depressed right now. Who's y'all, bro? I'm not a Nuggets fan. Listen, I have no dog in this fight. So no, I don't want anybody to think that I have any biases towards the Nuggets or the Lakers. I have zero biases. I want good, fun basketball. That's it. And somebody's coming in saying, Pistons season over, with a crying emoji and a peace sign. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I love celebrating when players get injured. What a nice soul. What a very nice person. TikTok chat, you guys never fail to disappoint me. If you guys are enjoying the stream over there, I think now's the perfect time to come to the Twitch stream. The link is in my bio. I know a lot of you guys are celebrating Cade Cunningham going down. I appreciate everybody for rubbing it in my face that Cade Cunningham's lung has collapsed. If you guys actually want to talk basketball, if you guys want to be in a community that talks basketball without insulting others for their players getting injured, be sure to come through to the Twitch stream. The link is in my bio. That's JZ Uncut on Twitch. Again, if you are in the TikTok and you want to get away from all the toxicity, be sure to come through to the Twitch stream. We'd love to have y'all over here. That's JZ Uncut on Twitch. The link is in my bio. As of now, all I see in the TikTok are people celebrating Cade going down. So thanks. Okay, yeah, that was a great win from the Los Angeles Lakers. Great win. Miami honestly did their thing. They just played lazy. They played soft. Bam Adebayo had an okay game. I loved Bam's press conference, post-game interview, where he's just flexing that he had 83 points, which I just find so funny. I hope he continues doing that because it makes Lakers fans super, super salty. And there's nothing funnier than Kobe stans pissed off that Bam beat his record. I just find that like peak entertainment seeing that on Twitter. One thing about the Heat I'll say is they need to stop running the Tyler Hero, Norman Powell lineup. It's not working. Norman Powell and Tyler Hero, it's just straight up not working at all. Yeah, but obviously politics, financially, they need to play them over everybody else. So it somewhat makes sense. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it's just not working. It's not working. Yeah, great win from the Lakers. I will say the Lakers did have 2 times the amount of free throws than the Miami Heat did. And of course, that decides games. But what I will say is the Heat were not playing great defense. And they were fouling for the most part. Obviously, most of the fouls are the stupid ones that, you know, Luka has somewhat mastered at, like, stopping and then just flopping and getting hit. But you know what? He's still great. He's still a great player. And that's the moral of the story. I just think that as great as the Lakers are, I don't believe that they're championship contenders. And I don't think that's crazy to say. Now, I'm not a wizard. I can't tell the future, but yeah, man, that's how it is. That's how it is. That is how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next game, and be sure to stick around because we have an insanely fun segment. We got some hot topics. Yeah, it was an 8-point game, but it genuinely felt like a blowout, which is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, they're definitely missing something. I think they're just missing that defense. Because while their defense is good in stints, it's not good for the entire game. And that's like sort of telling for a championship caliber team. Again, TikTok, if you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to swing on into the Twitch. The link is in my bio. That's JZ Uncut on Twitch. I'd love to see you guys come through. Let's move on to our next game where we are discussing the Phoenix Suns choking the lead on the San Antonio Spurs. The Suns were up by 10 with a few minutes left, and they were winning all game. And I did not watch this game live, but I watched the full version with all the misses and makes and turnovers this morning. And it really is crazy to see that even when the Spurs play, I'll just be honest, horrible. They played horrible. This was a horrible Spurs game. And even when they played horrible, they won. I just have to show y'all this. The Suns killed them in every single category. Rebounds, they out-rebounded them. They out-rebounded them on the offensive glass and defensive glass. They out-assisted them. They got more steals than the Spurs. They had less turnovers than the Spurs. They had 3 times the amount of second chance points than the Spurs. They had an 11-point lead and they went on the longest unanswered run at 9. And yet somehow, they still managed to pull this game out. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, just to break it down how this game went down, it was only De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama that really had impressive games. Obviously, Champagnie had some huge free throws at the end, but Victor Wembanyama hitting that game winner, honestly, watching that shot, I've watched it like 15 times. It looks like he misses. It's crazy. It looks like it's about to be an air ball or hit the front of the rim, and yet he hit it. Now, of course, Suns fans are going to say the same excuse that we're missing starters. We all know, Suns fans. We know. Stop. We know. This is a good season, Suns fans. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This was a good season. You have no future, but this was a good season. Suns fans, that's fine. Dylan Brooks is out. Royce O'Neal's out. Grayson Allen's out. Haywood Highsmith's out. Their starting center, Mark Williams, is out. We know, Suns fans. Regardless of anything, this was a good season. You guys don't need to be upset with yourselves. Spurs, what I will say is, unbelievable game. I mean, it was just like, this is the point that I'm trying to make. Come playoff time, these are what these box scores are going to look like. This is what these box scores are going to look like. It's going to be Wemby. It's going to be Fox. Can you win without real production from anybody else? Luke Cornett was horrible last night. Like, I wasn't sure he was that bad until, like, I was watching him and he looked bad, right? And then I looked at the box score and I'm like, whoa, I didn't know he was that bad. He was a -18 in his 15 minutes. So basically any minute that he was in, they were getting smoked. It's crazy, man. These are the kind of stat lines that you're going to see from the Spurs in the playoffs. You're going to see Wemby drop 34, 12, Plus 18, 10 for 20, shooting 50% from the field. And you're going to see De'Aaron Fox trying to go crazy as well. But at the same time, they won this game. And it was a bad game. It was a bad game. But they won. You listen, there's a telltale between a good team and a bad team. And good teams win ugly games. Bad teams lose ugly games. And the Spurs won an ugly one here. That game winner was beautiful. They had no business winning this. The Suns choked it away. They got outscored 28-21 in the fourth quarter, and they won. And they won. So that's the way she blows. That's the way she goes. Now, as far as everything else, oh yeah, weren't the Spurs missing Stephon Castle as well? Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's on me. I should have mentioned that. But yeah, they were. I don't know if you would have helped last night because their issue was offense, not defense. Maybe Castle could have. Maybe he could have done a little bit. And the TikTok is saying that Booker flopped on the final shot. That is incorrect, sir. I'm glad that you just watch Brick Center on Twitter and you don't watch the actual games. Devin Booker actually got hurt on his final half-court heave. When he shot, he jumped off of De'Aaron Fox's foot. So he entirely rolled his ankle on the final shot. This is why I don't like the TikTok chat. So if you guys want to get away from all the idiots in there, be sure to swing on in into the Twitch stream. That's Jay-Z Uncut on Twitch. The link is in my bio, everybody. Yes, people said that Devin Booker, this is why you guys got to just mute certain accounts on Twitter. They post bait and they post just BS on their accounts. Devin Booker, when he shot that half-court heave, when he jumped for the shot, he took off of De'Aaron Fox's foot. So, yeah. Yeah, TikTok, be sure to come through to the Twitch stream. The link is in my bio, y'all. All right, do I have any other takeaways from last night's games? Let's see. Well, I want to give a special shout out to the Charlotte Hornets. They finally retired Del Curry's number. They finally retired it. And Steph Curry was in the audience as well. This game honestly wasn't even this close. They lost by 19. They were killing them. They were killing the Magic. And yeah, I mean, they were up by 35 at one point. Listen, I just got to be honest with everybody. When the Hornets offense is like this, when their offense looks like this, it's going to be extremely hard to beat them. It's going to be extremely hard to beat them, man. It's going to be extremely hard. You had Brandon Miller, an efficient 8 for 14, dropping 25 points. You had Con Knips at a 5 for 11, always efficient. You had LaMelo Ball dropping 20 on an efficient night. That's rare, and it happened. You had Kobe White dropping 27 on an efficient 7 for 13 off the bench. Ryan Kalkbrenner was perfect last night, 5 for 5, 13 points. What's crazy is Zion James in 22 minutes was a plus 30. He was the team high. This team's crazy, bro. When they're on, they are on. They beat the Orlando Magic last night. That's a very important win as well. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games. And when I say that's an important win, it's an important win because that game made the Hawks the 6th seed. Sorry, Zion James, my fault. That game, the Hornets beating the Magic, made the Hawks the 6th seed. Come on, bro. That's a big game. Now, the Hornets are still in 10th. But they can still overtake the 76ers. That won't change anything. But they can still overtake them. I guess they would get the home court for the playing game. Crazy, man. Crazy. They beat the Heat. They beat the Magic. Have the Heat... Wait, sorry. The Magic have lost 3 in a row, haven't they? Oh, no, they have. And they might lose 4 in a row because they got the Lakers, who are hot this Saturday. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. The Magic were hot, and now they're not. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the Magic did not play a good basketball game last night, but it happens. It happens. Paulo Banchero had 20 points. He was a minus 23, though, so it didn't help. 6 for 16 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Desmond Bane had an efficient 24 points, 8 for 15, but yeah, nobody else did anything. Nobody else. It's unfortunate. Bad game from the Magic. They are so hot. They are so hit or miss right now. They are so hit or miss. You're either getting a good game from everybody. I mean, bro, like I'm seeing Magic fans on my Twitter. I'm on Magic Twitter. I am heavily on Orlando Magic Twitter, and I can quote you all of these tweets that I'm seeing on their timeline. Obviously, fire Mosley. People are saying any minute that Mo Wagner is on the court, they lose. I mean, that tracks the last 3 games. He's been the worst minus on the entire team. He's a minus 14. And then on top of all of that, they're all saying that they shouldn't even bother bringing Franz Wagner back this season. That's what Magic fans are saying. They're saying just keep him out for the rest of the season. It's done. That's what I'm reading from Magic fans on Twitter. It's crazy. I really am on Magic side of Twitter. And man, those fans are not happy. Those fans are not happy. Jet Howard was a minus 24 last night. Whew. Oh man, yeah. Mo Wagner has not been good. He's not been good. I can admit that. He has not been good. Other takeaways last night. The Pelicans win their 11th game out of 14 games. Now, the New Orleans Pelicans are my favorite story from Mickey Mouse March because we all sort of knew that this would happen. We all sort of knew. And the Pelicans are just firing from all cylinders right now. And I'm pretty much like, the Pistons play the Pelicans next week, and I can tell y'all right now, they're going to lose to the Pelicans. They're going to. Sadiq Bey, efficient 20 points, 6 for 11. Trey Murphy dropping 27, leading the team, 9 for 17 from the field, 5 for 11 from deep. Herb Jones, you had an okay game, not efficient, 11 points. Zion, very efficient, 5 for 7, 15 points. Missy, 11 points, shooting perfect, 5 for 5. Yeah, man, I mean, bro, this team is fun. This team is fun. They have won 11 out of the last 14 games. Shout out the Pelicans. They beat the Clippers in both of the like the little baseball series that they do in the middle of the season where they play the same team back to back. They were missing Kawhi. They were missing Benedict Mathern. They were missing Batum. They were missing Garland. They're missing a lot of people. But you got to beat who's in front of you. And the Pelicans have won 11 out of the last 14 games. What did Joe Dumars know? What did he know? They didn't even have DeJounte Murray last night, which is even more insane. They didn't have DJM, and they still won the game. Shout out the Pelicans. And in case you guys are wondering why I was making that sound, I remember this like it was yesterday. My cousins took me to a Pistons game against the Pelicans, and it was the game that I believe Anthony Davis got his career high. Somebody can fact check me, but I was at that game. I believe Anthony Davis went for like 60 points, 63 points against the Pistons. I was at that game, and I think we were getting smoked by like 15 or 20. And my cousins and I must have been like 13 years old, if I were to guess, 14 years old maybe. And the Palace of Auburn Hills, this was during the dark days of the Pistons. They were very, very bad. And the arena was like pin drop silent. That's how bad our arena was. There was nobody at the game. They were still at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So every time the Pelicans were at the free throw line, or anytime there was a quiet moment in the arena, we would just go, and the whole arena, like everybody just started doing it. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering why DeJounte Murray was out, it's because he's not playing back-to-backs. And that was the second night of a back-to-back. And then another honorable mention of last night, the Pistons win their baseball series against the Washington Wizards. They won by 22 points. And yeah, they played really well. Jalen Duren left the game at the end of the third quarter and went to the locker room. No trainer followed him. I think he just went to go take a shit or something because he never returned for the fourth quarter, but I'm assuming it's just because B-Ball Paul was going crazy off the bench. The Pistons without Cade Cunningham, the Pistons without Isaiah Stewart, go into Washington. They win back-to-back games. Jalen Duren led the team in 25 minutes. He had 24 points, 11 rebounds, 9 for 15 from the field. I think the crazier stat about Jalen Duren is what he did to Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr in 21 minutes had 2 points, 3 rebounds, and he shot 1 for 12 from the field. Alex Sarr, 1 for 12 from the field, 2 points. And I will say something about the Washington Wizards. There's something about their magnet ball against my Pistons that is just unreal. These guys are hitting fadeaways from 30 feet out throughout the entire game, and that's why they only lost by 22. I thought Asar Thompson had a great game. Stat line wouldn't really tell you that, but he had 10 points, 9 rebounds. Duncan Robinson had 14 points, 5 rebounds. Really good rebounder. And then I'd like to give special shout outs to a couple individuals here. Dennis Jenkins, horrible game, 3 for 16. You got to stop shooting, Brody. Very bad game. Dennis Jenkins has been horrible since getting paid. Kevin Huerter had a spectacular game. Kevin Huerter's, he's a part of the rotation. He's locked in. 23 minutes. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals for Kevin Huerter. Shot 6 for 10. Kevin Huerter right now cannot hit a 3 to save his life, but he does everything else beautifully. He can't hit a 3, but he's doing everything else beautifully. Shout out Kevin Huerter. Shout out B-Ball Paul stepping up in Isaiah Stewart's absence. 17 points off the bench, 7 for 11. Karis LeVert. Yes, I'm calling him by his name. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. That's what I need out of Karis. Move that ball around. That's what I need out of Karis LeVert. He had 1 steal, only 2 turnovers. He was a plus 16, which I've never seen Karis LeVert go for all season long. This is the first time Karis LeVert has scored 10 points all 2026. Shout out Karis LeVert. Marcus Sasser shot 1 for 5. Bad game. Javonte Green didn't have a good game. But yeah, Dennis Jenkins, Brody, you got to start playmaking way more because this 3 for 16, horrible. You got to lock the fuck in, my boy. Dennis has been bad since he's getting paid. I miss broke Dennis. I miss it. And yes, through all of this, it's the Washington Wizards. The Pistons play. This is why I'm talking about the Pistons, because they have hit their 50th win of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time since 2008 that the Pistons have reached 50 wins. And that's the first season that I really started not missing any Pistons game. So this makes me very happy. Obviously, I'm depressed that we don't have Cade or Stu, but the Pistons have reached 50 wins. They're only one of 3 teams to reach that. They have reached 50 wins before 20 losses, ladies and gentlemen. They're 50-19. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Obviously, all without their star, Cade Cunningham, and their second best defender in Isaiah Stewart. They play tonight on a back-to-back in Detroit. They flew from Washington back to Detroit last night, and they are going to be playing the Golden State Warriors. Should be interesting. I'm scared, but honestly, I'm expecting a loss because, I mean, the Warriors are due, even though they don't have Curry. But yeah, I mean, without Cade, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very, very difficult. Now, guys, that's going to do it for the recaps from last night. By the way, the Cavs barely survived against the Bulls. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next segment, and I'm going to need your guys' help, okay? This segment is called Factor Cap. I'm sure you guys are familiar with how this works. I'm going to say a statement, and you guys are going to let me know whether or not that statement is fact or cap. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. By the way, TikTok. None of you guys have come to the Twitch stream today. I want to see you guys come to the Twitch. That's Jay-Z Uncut on Twitch. The link is in my bio. I'd love to see you guys come through. It's a much better viewing experience over here. All right? That's Jay-Z Uncut on Twitch. Link in my bio. Guys, fact or cap? First one up. Fact or cap? The NBA should lower the 65-game rule for awards to 60 or flat out remove it. Fact or cap? Now, I'd like to just say, I've been talking about this for a minute now, and honestly, it was because of Wemby. I don't want to see Wemby retire, missing all of these DPOYs that he deserves. And now you're looking at other players like Kawhi, you're looking at LeBron, you're looking at Shai Gilgeous, you're looking at Jokic, you're looking at all of these players basically killed himself. Tyrese Halliburton last year as well. Do you guys remember Tyrese Halliburton last year? I know Solo does. Tyrese Halliburton came back too early, and that could be a reason why he ended up tearing his Achilles later in the finals. This is a stupid rule. In my opinion, they don't like, let me just say this. I saw a tweet last night that sort of convinced me that they need to change it. Let me explain. The tweet is, sorry, Cade, you've led your team to the best turnaround in NBA history, but we can't give you any awards recognizing that because someone fell on top of your lungs with a month of basketball left. You should have played 4 more games. Cade doesn't deserve this. Pistons fans don't deserve this. We don't have 50 wins without Cade Cunningham. And the fact that Cade is not going to be eligible for any of the awards, he was going to be first team All-NBA. He's not eligible because of this rule. And that hurts me. That hurts me a lot. Players are getting injured because they're trying to get to this rule and it's not working. And you know what's crazy is they're going to change this rule next year, probably. My guess is next year. And Cade will still walk away not getting his first ever first team All-NBA. It's very depressing, man. It's very depressing. I think they should change it. And I'm glad that most of you guys agree. I think 60 should probably be the number. 60 or maybe no, I think 60 is the sweet spot. I think 60 is the sweet spot. But I don't know, man. I don't think Cade deserves this. I don't think other players deserve this. I think the All-NBA list is going to be nasty. You're going to see players like Jalen Johnson get All-NBA. You might see Jalen Duren get All-NBA when these players are good, but it's not like they deserve to be All-NBA. Yeah, this has convinced me. This has convinced me. There's no reason that you can see a player drag a team from the pits of hell to now being the top team in the conference record-wise, and they shouldn't. Yeah, 60, 55, however many games, however many you guys agree, but I think they should either lower or just get rid of it. Straight up. It's not like they're going to give somebody All-NBA for playing 40 games. They're not going to. 40 games is too little. And you know what? I'm getting sick of all of these idiotic takes that I keep seeing on Twitter and TikTok because everyone's spamming it. He should just suit up for 4 more games and intentionally foul to sub out after tip-off. You need to play 20 minutes minimum a game to be eligible. I hate seeing people say that. It's like they don't know the specifics about this rule. That's how the rule works. You need to play at least 20 minutes to get that game to count towards your record. It sucks. Okay, I'm glad most of you guys agree. Let's move on to our next factor cap. Factor cap, ladies and gentlemen. Expansion is good for the NBA. Now, my honest opinion, I'm torn. I'm going to say that's a fact. Expansion is good for the NBA. That's what I'm going to say. My problem is the thing that makes me sort of doubt it is look at how many tanking teams we have in the NBA. A third of the league is tanking right now. Now, it's not like this every year. Usually you have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 max teams that are tanking. The thing is, you're going to add 2 more teams into the NBA. That are going to be led by guys like B-Ball Paul or Dennis Schroeder or like DeAndre Hunter, Cam Thomas. Like those are the kinds of guys that are going to be leading these teams. They're not going to be good, but I don't know. I want to see the Sonics come back, but we have too many tanking teams. And I'll just be honest with everybody. Vegas staked their claim in requesting a team a couple of years ago when Vegas was thriving. Vegas is fucking dead now. Why are we still doing Vegas? Do they think that that's going to make Vegas pop off more? I don't know, man. In my opinion, I think it's awesome seeing that the Sonics are coming back, but we have so many bad teams right now. I don't know if we need more of them. And that's the thing. We're going to get more of them because they're not going to come in and just be good. They're going to be teams led by guys like Dennis Schroeder and everybody. You know what I mean? Yo, Tavito, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. I hope to see more guys like you come from the TikTok to the Twitch stream. I appreciate you, Tavito, for coming through to the Twitch stream. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope more of you guys can come from the TikTok to the Twitch. Be sure to join the Discord as well, bro. You would enjoy that. You would enjoy the Discord so much more. And by the way, guys, if you do come to the Twitch stream and watch 3 streams in a row, I will personally reach into my pocket and gift you a $5 subscription. So be sure to come through to the Twitch. That way your 3-stream streak could start. All right, guys, I have another factor cap, y'all. Fact or cap. This regular season has had the best storylines since 2016. Now, careful. Don't answer that quickly. Think about it. Let's think about 2016 real quick. 2016, we had those elite Christmas games. Do you remember the Warriors versus Cavs? Elite Christmas game. I think Kyrie Irving hit the game winner over Klay Thompson. On top of that, you had, obviously, the crazy dunk contest. The crazy dunk contest with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. Right? You had the amazing 3-1 comeback with the Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Golden State Warriors. You had that. Like that season was incredible. Now, is this season the best regular season stories since then? Now, let's think about it. Obviously, Bam's 83, Luka's 60, Kawhi's 55. Kawhi's having his best season of all time. The Pistons turnaround story. The Hornets finally being relevant again. Fun story there. The Lakers being a serious team for the first time in 6 years. The Boston Celtics were supposed to be taking the year off, and instead they're a contender. Like, when you look at all of these different stories, so far, in my opinion, I think the regular season has been incredible. I think this has been my favorite regular season in probably 10 years. And I think it's been really, 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 really fun. So let me know on you guys whether or not you think it's fact or cap. I think this year has been really good. On top of that, we have LeBron James still dropping triple doubles at 41 years old. This is his second triple double he dropped last night this season. I don't know, man. I think this NBA season, I know I'm forgetting a lot of stuff right now because it's hard to think about them on the spot. But I personally think that this is up there as being like some of the best storylines we've had in one singular regular season in 10 years. I think, feel free to disagree, but I think this NBA season's been awesome. I've been having a lot of fun. You've been seeing like players get like rising as well. But yeah, this season's been great. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have one final factor cap. Factor cap, y'all. I've told all my friends and family about Jay-Z Courtside's amazing podcast. That's cap. None of you guys have done that. I expect y'all this weekend to go in, talk with your friends, talk with your family, and let them know that Monday through Friday, Jay-Z Courtside's podcast begins at 9 a.m. Eastern. I know y'all haven't, so be sure to go and do that. All of y'all who watch and enjoy, we do this Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Be sure to tell your friends and families about the show. We need as many people in here as possible, and I just appreciate everybody for watching and listening throughout the week. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's episode. I want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in all week long. We had some bangers this week. We had some depressing episodes this week. But regardless of all of that, I had a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Twitch chat, stick around. Nobody go anywhere. And again, this comment just resonates with me a lot. Ben in the Twitch said, nobody I talk to cares about basketball. And I know a lot of people in the TikTok feel that way as well. So if you guys have nobody to talk basketball with, nobody gets your appreciation for the sport and how beautiful it is, be sure to swing on into the Twitch stream. The link is in my bio. All you got to do is click the profile picture at the top, click the link in my bio, and come through to the Twitch stream. If you watch 3 Twitch streams in a row, I will gift you a $5 subscription. If you don't have anybody to talk basketball with, be sure to join our Twitch stream, join our Discord that you can join from our Twitch stream. I would love to see more of you guys come in. I don't have anybody to talk basketball with in my life either, and creating this community, creating this stream, creating this platform of ours, I have had so much fun talking hoops with a bunch of cool ass guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope to see more of you guys come through to the Twitch as well, you podcast listeners as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our last but not least, our stud of the night is none other than Luka freaking Doncic. His stat line last night looked like it was from NBA 2K. He dropped 60 points in 38 minutes, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, +7 on the court, only 2 turnovers, 18 for 30 from the field, 9 for 17 from the 3, and he had 19 free throw attempts and he hit 15 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's our stud of the night, sponsored by absolutely nobody. Feel free to sponsor up. We still don't have one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's all I got to say. That's all I have to say. I got nothing left to say except for thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And as always, y'all, thank you for watching/listening, and I'll catch y'all Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Twitch chat, don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Be safe. I love y'all. Bye.